Namaste, this is Amber Jean, and I've been instructing Rocket for 21 years. I had the honor of going to San Francisco and learning directly from Larry Schultz in the year 2000. And basically what the Rocket is it's a system. It's a system of yoga. And it features different routines for every day of the week. So on Mondays, we work more on elongating poses and forward bending with Rocket 1. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we work more arm balances and backward bending with Rocket 2. And on Thursdays, we do a soothing, maybe bottle rocket or Rocket 1. And on Friday, we practice Rocket 3 or mixed level. And so what you're seeing within these routines is the therapeutic benefits of targeting different body parts for every day of the week. So it was called the Rocket by Bobby Weir. It's created by Larry Schultz. So this is the Schultz system, okay? And I'm going to take you through just some basics today. Usually we warm up with 5 sun salutation A's and 3 to 5 sun salutation B's from Ashtanga yoga. So a lot of the foundations that you're seeing in this routine and in the Rockets come from Ashtanga. And so today we're just going to work on some basics for Rocket. We're going to go right into the actual standing poses. Okay, so we're going to come towards the top of our mat and bring our feet together. Practicing the foundations of Ashtanga. Drop your tailbone, engage Uddiyana Bandha. Chest open, shoulders roll down and back, lengthening our spine. Good, and we're going to go right into our standing poses. Here we go. Let's bend our knees and inhale into chair, Utkatasana. Working for 5 breaths at our edge. Interlace your hands and warm up your wrists. Shift weight back through heels. Breathe. And then lengthen your fingertips forward, your hips extending back. Lengthen and stretch. Lengthen and stretch. Pull your arms up by your ears. And then place your hands to the front of your mat. So we're going to step back just a little bit and bend the knees. This is preparing us for Bakasanas or crow. So knees reach towards the tops of the arms. Place the hands, come to your toes. Gaze forward, pull feet up. Push into the hands, breathe. Good, and then you can come down and step back into Chaturanga for Rocket basics, or you could float back into Chaturanga or even handstand. Lower down, hug elbows in. Core, heart up, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, raise to downward. Good, take a nice deep breath here, warm up your back. Right foot steps forward off the midline of the mat so you can square your hips into Warrior A. Virabhadrasana. Gaze is up towards the thumbs. Back foot presses down. Reach up from center. Good, moving from center Exhale, bring your palms out to Virabhadrasana B. So you can work a deeper lunge. Gaze is over the right hand. And we're finding balance. Inhaling, straightening the front leg, step in, preparing for Trikonasana. Back heel pivots out slightly, reach up, exhale, reach over to the right. Left arm up, gaze up. Chest opens. Gaze down, exhaling. So this starts to initiate the hips square when your hands come down. So we're linking in these standing poses. All right, left hand places close to the foot. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Twisting from center, come up to your fingertips, reach. And exhaling, releasing the hands back down. And then slide your left foot back. So lunge the front knee. Now you can keep your right hand down on the outside of your foot and reach to the side stretch. Parjvakonasana, gaze the palm. You can work binding for shoulder variations in the inside of the hip. You can also practice modified with your forearm on your thigh. So there's lots of variations in rocket, and that's what makes it so fun. Is we want to tailor the practice for where we need it today. Gaze towards palm, bend the knee, engage Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Inhaling, raising back up, becoming more square again. Reach up, twisting prayer, exhale. Good, option to bring the right arm behind you and work on binding. Exhale, gaze down, bring your hands down, and then step back into Chaturanga. So we're just working on the basics today. Go slow, exhaling. Heart opens, toes point back. Exhale, lift to downward. Good, dropping to our knees, we're gonna start to work on our shoulder strength. So we wanna set our forearms down, and we're gonna work on dolphin interlacing hands. By interlacing the hands, you have a little bit more strength instead of taking your palms flat where your hands and elbows might come out to the sides, okay? So this is just the real basics. Interlacing your hands together, pushing forearms down, inhaling, raising knees, step in. Right leg up. Keep your head lifted. Switch sides. Shoulder warm up. Exhaling and fold and release. and then we're going to take our forearms down. Just to show you where it's going is elbow stand, Pincha Mayurasana, fingers spread, and we kick up. So use the wall at first. Tuck your knees when you come down. This will give you added strength. And rest. Fold your arms back, open your shoulders. And taking hands forward, exhaling, lifting to downward facing. We'll step our left foot forward, inhaling, raise up to warrior A. So now we're just going to the other side. Clear your mind, focus on your breath. Good, move from center, Virabhadrasana B. Nice deep breaths, heart center open, melt the rib cage in. So with every breath, you come back to your core. Straightening our leg, engage your leg muscles, step and lean to the left, Trikonasana. Energy's flowing up the spine. Gaze towards your hand. Exhaling, gazing down. And this is where we're practicing for Pavrita Trikonasana, so a squared hip position. Right hand down, left arm up, breathe. Lengthen, navel in, twist. You'll notice where you feel it in your hips. Good. On the spiritual plane, we're letting go from the inside out. We're releasing knots. Exhaling, hands to earth. So again, if you can reach your left hand to the outside of your foot, keep it there. Slide back and lunge. And here we go, reaching to Parjvakonasana. Nice and long side body. Good. So be careful of your hips. So they might want to get pushed out. Go ahead and bring them right in line with your body. Roll your hip underneath you slightly. Good. Bind if you want to work on the shoulders. And use your forearm on your thigh, side stretch. And coming up from center, inhale. Square forward. So notice the placement of the back foot. Offsetting over to the right. Inhale, reach up. Navel in as we twist, exhaling. Good. So here's just the basic twist. We can also take our hand behind us and work on binding. exhaling as we come out, stepping back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Lifting heart, shoulders back, downward dog, reach hips up. Good, and come down and prepare for the second dolphin or elbow stand. So in Rocket or the Schultz system, you're going to be practicing coming up into elbow stand 2 to 3 times, whether it's dolphin or full pincha. So with this repetition, it builds strength. There's a second variation that we're going to be working on, and it's a wide splits, and it prepares us for the prasaritas. So take your forearms down, spread your fingers, and inhale, kick up. Take your feet wide. Good, you may have started them together, but then take them wide. Good, together, that keeps you nice and strong, right? And out, and down, and exhaling. And now we're here, and now we're set up. Jump back to your mat for prasaritas. Or rocket transition. So if you want to work on some handstands, that's an option. If you're newer to the practice, just practice keeping your arms straight and coming up to your toes. So this is a great modification. And jump. And down. All right, so some days you're gonna get it, some days not. It's okay, just keep flowing. Let's fold our hands in the reverse Namaste. Shoulder variation, rolling heels out, use Ujjayi breath. And tuck your chin and roll up. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you, open chest. And fold, lift your arms and breathe. Good, look halfway up, grab big toes. And inhale, look up again. Exhale, bend your elbows and pull your head downwards. So we're getting into the classical Ashtanga poses, the prasaritas. And we're going to look up. Bring our hands underneath our face and widen our stance. So here we go, widening out, widening out. Coming down to our forearms, nice deep breath. This is very Schultzy. The creator, Larry Schultz, he said, let's get there faster. Let's work on these splits every practice. Inhaling, walk your feet in, enough to walk around to the right side. So for modified rocket, you want to bring your back knee down and your toes up. If you're practicing deeper splits, go for it, down to Hanumanasana. Hips are square. Use your hands. Use your natural modifications. Exhale, fold into the front leg. So just go where you're practicing. If you need to roll to the right hip and bend the knee, that's where you want to go. Inhaling and raise up, and let's come to center. Exhaling and bringing the back knee down. Here we go into the other side. Take your time to get there. So this is a long practice. Exhaling, folding forward, letting go. Listen to the dialects of your body. Where do you feel it right now? These are the areas that we want to focus on. We want to focus on sending the breath there. We want to focus on feeling the different movements. Inhaling, raise back up and come into a seated straddle. Good, even your feet, flex them. Maybe take your hands back, open your chest. Reach up, inhaling. Exhaling, folding it forward, letting go. Look to your third eye. Lengthen and stretch. Our practice is our offering. Inhaling, raise up, side stretch, organic movement. Switch sides. Good, come up. Take both hands at center and push and lift, 2, 3. Good, and so there's lots of transitions from here. So the most basic is the Mula Bandha checkup, the lift ups. Eventually you'll work into arm balances, okay? So today we're just focusing on basics, so let's just keep it that way. Cross the ankles, take a tight squeeze, face the front of your mat. This is a counter pose for Mula Bandha checkup. And bring your feet to Navasana. Tight squeeze again, add in another lift up. Tuck feet under into Chaturanga. And downward facing. All right, so let's walk our hands back towards the big toes. Look up, inhaling. Good, and see your reflection, exhaling. Feel yourself letting go on deeper levels. Bring your palms underneath your feet, fold deeper. And under your hands, inhale, roll up into twinkle toes and twinkle your energy. Good. Free up your energy from your toes to your fingertips. Good. Sometimes we would call Larry Swami Schultz. Swami Schultz. Good. And here we are back to the top of our mat, bringing our arms into reverse prayer. Stepping the right foot back 3 feet. Square your hips. So classical Ashtanga. Inhale. Prepare. Exhale, lengthen. God, listen to your body. Modify as needed. Push into the right foot. Inhale up. Exhale. Square the opposite way. Rolling everything inwards and lengthen, exhaling. Thighs roll in. Gaze can be at the big toe or tuck your chin. Inhale, push and come up. Exhale, Samastiti. Good, just finding that nice neutral place. Everything's in harmony. We'll work on balance poses, starting with Vrikshasana, taking our right foot to a tree pose. Balance from your core, engage your core. Steady your gaze. Good, stay there. And then from tree, point your knee forward and reach your foot back as you reach forward. Virabhadrasana C. Slowly come up. Samastiti. Let's switch sides, working into tree pose. Good. Bring your knee forward. Exhale the foot back. Nice and straight. Flex your foot. Reach forward. And exhaling, Samastiti. Big toes towards each other, roll your heels out. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Slowly fold at center. Gaze up, inhale. And jump from center into Chaturanga. Lift chest. And downward dog. If you're working on jump throughs, jump through to seated or step. Good. All right, so here we go. We're going to begin seated with Dandasana. Roll your shoulders back. Lift the bandhas, tuck your chin. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, reach forward, hold your big toes. Look up. Good, and bend forward. So forward bends are really challenging for you. Bend your knees, okay? So this is just the basics of the rocket practice today. If you want to come deeper, grab the sides of your feet, look up, pull deeper. Inhaling, bring your arms up. Exhaling, take your hands a half a foot back. Point your toes and begin to lift your body. Parjvakonasana, hearts up, heads back, breathe. Lower down, exhale, raise feet, Navasana. Exhaling, lift up and roll back to Chaturanga. Good, so you can just step into seated and lift your feet to both. So we're gonna go right to rocket abs, bottle rocket style, or a shorter version of the Schultz system. Roll back to your elbows, lift your legs, lower the right leg. 2, 3, switch. 2, 3. Both down. Up. Good, roll down on your back, reach up, do some few little sit-ups. So working these core movements from Pilates. Will help you get stronger. Reach forward, drop one leg. Switch sides. Bring both up. Rock up into both. Good. Exhale. Just step to downward dog. And every rocket, we want to do a little handstand. So you can just practice plank as a modification, or you can step one foot in and practice some kick-ups. And then when you kick up, just come right back down, especially if you're newer to the practice. Eventually you will get up. So just practice these kick-ups and kick up with both legs. So now I'm kicking my opposite leg up first. Good, and then taking a vinyasa. A bonus move is to curl your toes up. So this is called Bhujangasana. So periodically between the poses, we'll add this in. Exhaling to downward facing. Good. Jump to seated. Bakasanas. Soles of feet together. Open your feet. Good. Good. Go ahead and meditate on your reflection of your heart center. Lengthen forward. Inhale up. Good. Awaken from the inside. Quiet your mind and lay down in a resting pose. Good. So these are just the basics today. We're going to take our feet on the floor right behind our hips, placing our arms by our sides. Good. Gently pressing the tailbone or the lower back into the floor. Engage your abs as you come up into the first supported bridge. This is going to be our finishing pose for today. So just get a sense of completion. We're moving towards it. Come down. Good. If you're practicing full Urdhva Dandasana, hands over the shoulders for full wheel. Ready? Come up. And come down. Good. And for strength, come up again on your toes. Walk your hands in an inch closer. See how that feels. Come down, exhaling. Good. Hugging your knees into chest. Rock up and down. 2 and 3. And standing forward fold, exhaling. So rocket style. And one more inversion that you would like to work on. Today I'm going to work on headstand. Just remember when you're practicing headstand to put most of the weight in your forearms. So the dolphin becomes really handy for that because you're building that strength in the forearms, okay? So most of my weight will be on my forearms, thumbs up, drop top of head between arms. Step in and inhale, float up. So the floating up takes time. You'll get there. Navel in, flex the feet. My head slightly off the floor. Coming down into half plank. Back up. And slowly back down. And rest. Good. All right. So let's go ahead and practice Yoga Mudra today. Come into a comfortable cross legs. Lace your hands behind you. Look to your third eye. Bow your head. Let the energies come up. Let your arms come down on your back. Hold one of your wrists. Inhaling, raise up. Exhaling, bring your first finger and thumb together. Let the wisdom of the practice be with you. Dispel the clouds of illusion, revealing ultimate truth. Let's connect our palms together, taking in all of our positive energy. Coming into lotus if you're practicing, or just push your hands by your hips. Utapluti, take it up. Really focusing on exhale. So here I like to scoot back for the lion's breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back and exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Good. And then we're going to lay down and rest in Shavasana, letting all of our energies balance themselves out. Palms face up. Take a nice soothing breath. Release tension in the body and mind. Float on the endless sea of eternity, filled with love and peace, wrapping you up like a big hug from the universe. And open yourself up for that love. Open up yourself to receive the blessings that come with the practice of yoga. Deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and toes. Very slowly bring yourself up into seated. Continuing to feel the effects of our practice. We'll bring our palms together. Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namo Shivaya Om Shanti Shanti Shantahi Om Peace Peace Peace. And peace to all of you. Thanks for tuning in today. Namaste.